Hello, and welcome to AFT TV. I'm your host, Savita, here with
Dr. Sam.
Nurse Amber.
and Michaela. Today we're going to be talking about lice. Since school started, head lice can be a problem. It's best to try to avoid them. Here are some tips. Avoid sharing combs, brushes, hair accessories, hats, scarves, headsets, etc.
That's a really big deal. Right now, at the beginning of school, we're seeing a lot of lice come through our clinics. And a lot of lice infestations. My daughter right here, she's in 2nd grade. And a lot of little kids, they love to give each other hugs. They like to share brushes, combs. All of these things contribute to the mass spread of this. And as a parent that's had to deal with this myself in our house, I can tell you it's extremely costly. And it's worth taking the precautions up front to be able to prevent this in your own house.
And you have to keep them out of school.
You do. You have to keep them out of school. And one thing that we do when we're talking about not sharing scarves and things like that and brushes is our family, we boil our brushes once a week just to be on the safe side. And we also use a preventative spray in our children's hair as well. And that's a mixture of essential oils that you can buy at Walgreens.
Are you seeing this more in little girls?
We see it a lot in little girls. Boys are easier to treat. Moms usually just shave their heads, to be honest. But little girls, it's just rampant. It doesn't mean you're dirty. Lice love clean hair. They're attracted to a very clean scalp. So it's one of those things that in our home, we do a lot of lice checks. We do it once every 2 days. And we also do the preventative every single day in the morning before they go into school.
What's number 2?
Avoid games that lead head-to-head contact.
I think that's a really good one too, especially sharing helmets. I know that was a big deal. Michaela plays softball and kids forget their helmets in any type of sporting event, and it's really easy for them just to grab another one. Remember, lice can live on any surface for up to 2 weeks. So helmets and things like that, those are something that especially we don't want to share.
Number 3.
Be cautious in where you put your personal belongings.
One thing that I'd like to say to all parents is now most of the schools, at least where we live, have what's called the cubby system, which is really nice, where each child has an individual area to put their coats at. Back when I was in school, especially elementary, we just had a coat rack where everything kind of sat, and that's where we had such a big issue when I was a child. Anytime you're at school and you have your backpack, coats, whatever that may be, hats, it needs to be away from other people's stuff. It needs to kind of just set away from it. One thing that you can also do too, my daughter is in SAC program, which is an after-school program, and her backpack sits on the ground with other children's. We just put it in the dryer for 40 minutes when she comes home every day.
So what are the symptoms of lice?
The symptoms of lice, a lot of it starts off with itching. I read a statistic the other day where it said the majority of people don't actually have an itchy scalp for at least a couple days. It takes you a little bit to react to it. Itchy head is the biggest thing that you've noticed. If it's a really bad infestation, you will actually see bites around the nape of the neck and down into the base of the neck here as well. I've never seen that, but I have seen that in some of my nursing textbooks. Generally what we're seeing is itchy heads, but it is about acting fast. We've had quite a few patients come in that had horrible infestations. I mean, to the point where they've walked in and I could pull their hair up like this and see nits everywhere, which are the eggs that lice leave. Generally, as a rule, when your child comes home from school and you want to check, you want to go ahead and check around the ears. They love the ears. And of course at the nape of the neck here. My daughter here, Michaela, her hair is almost the exact same color as a knit itself. So it's really important that you're using the proper combs and doing a good check by doing a comb through as well.
What have you seen as the most effective treatments for lice?
Well, you have the store brands, which, Nix, Rid, even your local drugstore store brands, those are really good. As far as our house, we use an organic method, which is called Lice Free, and that works wonderful, and that's actually a salt product. I think most of them are effective because it really comes down to the actual combing through. A lot of people say they can't get rid of lice, and that's just because they're not working on the life cycle of the lice.
So basically, the medicine should work.
But the comb through is essential. When we've had it happen in our house when they were little, we do a minimum of 4 comb throughs a week for the 3 weeks.
Got it. Mm-hmm. And how long does a comb through take on Michaela?
Michaela takes 45 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very intricate. Myself is 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what kind of comb do you use?
The combs that we use, we have a specialty one I ordered off Amazon. It's called the Lice Meister, and it's a very, very, very thin little metal comb that you use to go ahead and pull through the hair, and it pulls the nits off from the roots. But it's all about, for us, it's all about separating it. If I was to do Michaela's hair now, I would take a piece approximately that big and do a comb through probably about 6 times, and then move it forward and just keep going.
Great, take it away.
Thank you for watching AFG TV.
See you next time.
Bye.
Next time. Bye.
AFD TV is designed to provide an educational discussion about current medical topics. For a personalized medical opinion, please consult your primary care physician or visit one of America's family doctors' clinics today.